All right. Can I share this? Let's try that. All right. Let's try that. And take this off. Delete post. Hold on. Did I do that right? Oh, yeah. No. We want to delete that. Discard. Delete post. All right. All right. Is anybody in here? Also, can you hear me? Let's see here. Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? All right. Thanks, Carla. I fixed my microphone issues earlier today. So we got it all good here on the YouTube. Also, I cleaned up some of the bourbon. I have way more bourbon than I thought. I knew I had a lot of bottles, but I also have this one over here. I got a ton. Speaking of that, we're going to enjoy a little halftime drink. We got ourselves a ball game, don't we? How about App State hanging in there, down 13-7. The line was all over the place. It was 7.5, and then jumped to 10.5, and then I saw it down to 9. We're going old school. If I can open it up, or maybe not. This is Jim Beam Black, which now does not want to open. So Noah Gillen got the start for App State. Little shaky at first, but that's expected. And then had a nice throw. I don't know who was that to. He had a really nice throw that set up their touchdown. Let's see who caught it. I mean, that was on the money, right? That was absolutely on the money. Gillen passed to Dalton Stroman, 34 yards. I thought maybe Stroman could have maybe stayed in bounds. I don't know. I'm not sure why I can't open this up. There we go. All right. I'm on staycation, so we can day drink. All right. Also, it's not that much. Old school Jim Beam Black, extra aged. It is, I got to turn my glasses. Let's see. 86 proof. All right. There we go. All right. Got a good ball game. It looked like, let's be honest, Georgia Southern was going to run away with this thing. App State went 3-and-out. J.C. French led Georgia Southern to a touchdown on the first drive of the game. And it's 7-0. But then App State started moving the football. And they have not only thrown one interception, they've thrown 2 interceptions. And one was down by the goal line. Although, I guess technically, since Georgia Southern didn't move the ball, that is what led to the eventual touchdown after that interception. All right. Stats in this ball game. Let's see what we got here. I mean, App State's right there. They got 184 yards of offense. Versus Georgia Southern's 188. App State had, I mean, there was talk about the Fun Belt, right? They tried a 36-yard field goal and goes through a legal procedure. All right, movement on the line, false start. They go back, hit a 41-yard field goal, although that hits I think may have hit exactly where the upright and the crossbar connect. False start again. So we go from a 36 to a 41 to a 46, which of course falls about 5 yards short, maybe even a little bit less. But the penalties hurt App State, or else they'd be closer. Would have had a tie ball game in there somewhere along the way. But I am impressed with App State, right? They didn't know they were going to play. Some guys had already decided to opt out. And they have about 60 guys playing compared to, say, Georgia Southern, who didn't have apparently any opt-outs. And it just kind of looks again like Georgia Southern's offense is uneven. J.C. French is 9 of 14 on 68 yards. Is that like 6 yards of pass play, right? 6 yards an attempt. It's like 7.5 yards, not even 7.5 yards per completion. I don't know. O.J. Arnold does have 4 rushes for 63 yards, but the problem is one of them is for 49. All right, they have run the ball pretty well. Georgia Southern, 21 attempts, 120 yards with Terrence Gibbs with the touchdown. And, I know it's a team effort, but it is a little bit interesting that J.C. French gets them all the way down the field, and then we're going to bring in the running back to take the direct snap to go in for the touchdown. Maybe that was planned. Maybe it was not. I personally would be a little bit upset. All right. I can honestly say that is a me thing. Okay. Let's see what else here. Marcus Sanders has 3 catches for 20 yards. Camden Brown, 1 catch for 21 yards. On the other side, Noah Gillen, 3 of 5, 59 yards. See, that's the thing. He's 3 of 5 for 59 yards. What do you say? Have a 134-yard reception. Pass play, does have an interception. Matthew Wilson, 2 of 3 for 22 yards. I mean, this is the nutty part. App State is 5 of 8 for 81 yards. J.C. French is 9 of 14 for 68. I thought they started the game okay by throwing down the line, getting him warmed up. Obviously, a little bit of a chilly day. And so, but he just hasn't gone downfield. He just kind of, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure the word I want to use, but it feels like we have 2 J.C. Frenches. All right. Carla Jenkins turned it in. Thank you so much. And the legend, 350 at the game. Hope you're staying warm. Eagles defense looks okay. I'd say App State's offense is right there. The Eagles defense has made 2 big plays, both interceptions. So did we actually take a sip? I'm not sure I did. It's one of the more underrated bourbons. I'm going to go get, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to do a little tasting. I'm going to see if I can find I don't know if I have it. Oh, that's good. That's good. Get the current Jim Beam Black, which is 7 years, 90 proof, and see if I can taste the difference. All right. But at the very least, we do have a game. I'm not sure how well it has been played. But App State does have, 2 turnovers. Matthew Wilson on the ground, 6 attempts, 66 yards. I mean, they're right there. 19 carries, 103 yards and a touchdown. Georgia Southern, 21 attempts and 120 yards for a touchdown. Haven't seen too many trick plays, right? Have we seen a trick play yet? Usually you get that. Although I guess playing 2 quarterbacks, 2 freshman quarterbacks, one was a cornerback, and both these guys are getting their first action. I think they look okay. I think they look all right. Probably with a legend, I'd say for you, the Eagles defense, you would expect them to look pretty good. They've given up a lot of yards, but you'd expect them to look good against a couple of inexperienced quarterbacks. But the Georgia Southern offense just has not been consistent at all this season. All right. That's the only thing. Okay. We'll maybe do more of this live after the ball game as well. Let me see here. All right. I haven't start again. Let me see Georgia Southern. I mean, it's just the offense has been all over the place, right? They beat Marshall at the end of the season 24-19. They lost Old Dominion 45-10. They put up 45 against Coastal. They got out to a big start against App State and hung on 25-23. They got out to a big lead against Arkansas State, but the offense bogged down, lost 34-24. They beat Georgia State 41-24. Fell way behind Southern Miss, came back, but fell short 38-35. JMU doesn't count because, well, JMU's defense is really good. So we're just getting an inconsistent Georgia Southern. They're kind of looking like they look like they've been all season long, right? We're not sure which one we're going to get. All right, offense, legend. The offense has been iffy. Maybe it wakes up in the second half. I guess I'd keep running. I thought I saw someone predict that Georgia's App State was going to keep running just to limit the possessions. All right, keep the clock running. We better get ready for this, and it's going to happen fast. And we'll see if it happens. Could it be amazing? It could happen this year. See these players that are James Najee was the first one, going from the G League, being in the Karl Anthony Towns trade, and now going to go play at Baylor. All right. Now you got a college hockey player who's been a professional hockey player playing in the minor leagues. He's going to Colorado. I think Colorado College. I didn't think university, but Colorado College. All right. And so what's going to happen here? We'll see if it happens this year. You're going to get minor league players that are cut in the end of March, even by the end of March, beginning of April. Do they end up on college baseball teams this year? Is that going to be a thing? I guess you'd have to be in semester, so maybe you can't do it, but you're going to get college baseball. You're going to get professional baseball players playing college ball really soon. You're going to start investing in that, as if we already don't have an issue with getting freshmen to go play and recruit freshmen for football and basketball because of the transfer portal. And now you're going to be welcoming in former professional baseball players, not necessarily major league, but professional. Whereas these guys played short season, single A, high A, double A, maybe triple A. Maybe they got called up but never played. Is that going to count? It's going to be crazy if that's the case. All right. They started again. I missed the end of it. Georgia Southern went right down to score in 1 minute and 26 seconds. So we'll get you back to the ball game. You guys can go check that out. Legend, enjoy it. All right, we'll be back after the game to do another live podcast, I guess, live episode or whatever live. And we'll be back after the game. Georgia Southern, App State in the Birmingham Bowl. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.